United Airlines betting on its fastest growing hub to help handle what is likely to be a record-breaking Memorial Day weekend for travel. Phil LeBeau joins us right now with a special guest. Phil, good morning again.
Good morning, Becky. Scott Kirby, CEO of United Airlines. We got through security.
We did. There's a lot of people down there, weren't there?
Yes, a lot of my friends for about a half hour. Let's talk about Memorial Day weekend. 2.9 million passengers is what you're expecting. Busiest ever for United Airlines. There's no slowdown in demand, is there?
No, demand is really strong right now. The consumer is strong. You know, we've had this month 6 of our 10 biggest booking days in history. The other 4 record days were in March before Silicon Valley Bank. Demand is really good. Bookings are strong. It's going to be a busy summer.
Part of the story today out here is the fact that you're adding, 12 new gates. You're adding more flights, especially to some smaller markets. As you were doing this, is there a concern that you know the demand is there, you want to add the flights? This is an example of an airport where there's some physical constraints here, and it makes the flying experience, maybe not with United, but getting through security, a real mess.
Yeah, look, most of the time the security situation is working okay around the country, but it is a growing problem. We've had I called it a skunks work team. I'm talking about it on national TV, so it's not really skunk work. Team working for about 2 years on the next challenge that we see in aviation. There's plenty of challenges, but we're going to double the amount of passengers that we're carrying versus pre-pandemic within a few years. It's just airport constraints in the facilities, and checkpoints are a perfect example. And the lesson from that we are working with airports to improve it, but we got to build efficient, functional. It's nice to have a lot of shops on the ground floor when you're standing in security, but it's a lot better to not have lines that go out the door.
And that's going to take years to remedy.
It's not going to get fixed overnight. I mean, there's a lot of work going on. Newark is a perfect example where we started working with the Port Authority in Newark, and there's huge improvements. That situation is 20% more seats there than we've ever had before this summer, but the security situation is significantly improved, even with 20% more seats.
Let me ask you about the DOT now saying that it wants to it's proposed a rule where there are going to be fines and there's going to be cash payments to passengers who are delayed, excessive delays. Similar system to what you see in Europe. When you look at that, do you look at it and say, good for the passenger? Obviously, no airline wants to pay if there's excessive delays, but you will. Or do you look at this and say, this is part of the problem? The FAA also needs to step up to the plate here.
Yeah, look, we already take care of our passengers on things that are within our control. And the United, at least, is running the best operation we've ever run in our history. We've got 10% more pilots per block hour, double the amount of spare investment this year, 25% more spare aircraft. The biggest issue with us is air traffic control. Every day we wake up to air traffic control delays that flow across the system. And I think the more important issue on this is really about safety. We've built the safest system in the world. We shouldn't chip away at that foundation by asking our employees to balance safety with cost. We have a culture where we just don't do that.
But you know that the FAA is going to come back and they're going to say, look, we've hired air traffic controllers. We've got more who are coming on. We've got the staffing.
Well, look.
But you're saying they don't have the staff.
Well, the Secretary of Transportation said a week or two ago that there are 3,000 air traffic controllers short. And we experience it it's not their fault, by the way. Like, this goes back 20 years. We've been understaffed there's fewer air traffic controllers today than there were 30 years ago. And we just have to fix that. That's the issue. We all know that's the issue. We just need to get that fixed if we're going to really have an impact on this on delays.
Scott, Becky has a question for you.
Yeah, Scott, your prediction that you are going to, I think you said, double passenger miles or travel miles from pre-pandemic in the next couple of years. I don't see how that's possible because things are bursting at the seams right now. None of these are fixes that can be corrected anytime soon. I'm talking about getting through security. You're talking about getting your bag back from these places. You're talking about being transported once you are back in the airport, trying to get from one place to the next. You use Newark as an example. I flew through the new B terminal there and took forever to get the luggage, and then there's no connection because the monorail system has not been connected there and is not going to be for years. I mean, you're talking about some major hurdles to getting to that goal. What makes you think you can possibly get there?
There are. You should be flying out of the A and C terminals on United in Newark, Becky, and then it goes a lot smoother.
But it was on United. You flew me back into the new terminal.
Oh, that's Terminal A, I think.
Terminal A, okay, new Terminal A.
But in any event, Terminal A is a good example of there is a lot of progress being made, and Terminal A is a good example of it's open yet, but everything about Terminal A is not open yet. So it's not up to 100%. But that's investments that started years ago that are beginning to pay off. And so I think that's the point. And when I say we're going to double the traffic, that's, by the time we get to 2027 versus 2019. And so we have time to work on all these things. And there are projects underway really around the country. We've got a big expansion going on in Washington, Dulles. Some of the growth, a lot of the growth, take a market like Dulles, is going to occur during the off-peaks. Instead of having 4 banks a day, it'll have 7. So there are ways to grow, but it is going to require investment at airports. And that's what we spend a lot of time, our team, working with airports to make investments, to have more ability for passengers in airports.
What about the FAA, though? They have already said that you're going to have to fly fewer flights into the New York metropolitan area. Even if you fix the airports, what's going to fix the FAA system to allow more flights to take off?
We need to get an FAA reauthorization bill that gives them money for technology and staffing. This is the one I'm the most worried about. At United, we have the advantage of we can double our passenger count. We're getting rid of over 300 regional jets. And so while we can reduce our impact on the number of flights in the system by upgauging, so we can carry more passengers by flying bigger airplanes. But this is by far the biggest structural issue that I'm worried. We see it this summer. It impacts United, impacts every airline. This is going to be the ultimate limiter on growth here in the United States because the air traffic control system is near capacity. There's ideas like let's limit private jets. Like why do private jets fly into Newark? It's crazy. But that's going to be the limiting factor.